Oh, I had the strangest dream. Well, that is the title of a new book.
We found a woman who interprets dreams. How cool is this segment?
Here with the book, The Dreamer's Dictionary for the 21st Century, is dream coach Kelly Walden.
She is a dream therapist and author of I Had the Strangest Dream
By Kelly Sullivan Walden.
Please welcome Kelly Sullivan Walden.
The average person will spend more than 30% of their life asleep, and all of us will dream.
So tell me your dream.
I have this dream about my daughter, and she's already grown up.
I always have this dream that I'm getting shot, and sometimes I end up dying, I guess, or I wake up.
Well, I've had this dream about my mother dying in a car crash.
It starts out in a car, running from the zombies.
And then she comes by, gives me this kiss, and it's the best kiss I've ever had, you know what I mean?
I'm Kelly Sullivan Walden, and I'm a dream expert, a therapist, and a guide. Dreams are not random images, but powerful symbols that contain the solutions to issues in your life. Tell me your dreams, and I'll tell you the message your subconscious is trying to send. In every episode, I'll analyze 2 dreams, share their meaning, and from the symbols revealed in the dreams, discover the root of the dreamer's personal conflict and the solutions the dream is trying to communicate.
Hi, Brandy. Nice to meet you. So you've got a dream that I'd love to hear it. Would you be willing to share?
Sure. It started out, I was sort of in the woods, in the forest, and I was actually with my parents and my daughter, and we were looking at a school. And as we're going through, everything seemed fine, but my parents suddenly just start to walk off, and I noticed there's this huge female lion that's behind a rock that's like watching them about to pounce. And there are several little cub lions around that she's kind of told to kind of position themselves as if they're gonna pounce on my parents. And so I start yelling for them, and they don't hear me. They just keep walking and keep walking. And I keep yelling, and the lions actually don't do anything, but then my daughter hears me yelling for them, so she goes running out after my parents, not seeing the lions. And so then the lions suddenly look at her like she's the target now, which horrifies me. And so I start screaming for her, but she's just running again after her grandparents. And so I think, well, I need to start making noise to draw the attention of the lions. So I start screaming and running towards the lions, and so they see me, and the mother lion pounces on me and is standing on top of me, drooling and like about to bite, like her jaws open. And I see that the 2 cubs are about to get nestled, because she's finally turned around and she's staring frozen at me with this lion on top of me. And so I know that I need to do something. I can't just let it kill me, because then it'll just kill her too. So I reach back and I grab this huge stick, and this is the funny part, but I hit the mother lion on the head and throw the stick like it's a fetch, like to fetch it, like a dog. And then she does, it works. She kind of like, she didn't like being hit, but then she goes after the stick, and it gave me enough time to stand up, grab Nessa, and Ness was just frozen. So then we start running. I just start running back to the building, and they're chasing us, and they're on our heels. And literally we get into the door of the building, and I lock the door, that the mother lion's just at the window, just growling, but we're safe, and that was my dream.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What an ordeal.
A lot going on there.
Wow. Let me give you some of my, like an overview of how I see the major symbols in this dream. When I look at a dream, I look at it from 2 different perspectives. I look at it literally as if it was actually happening, and how does this literally relate to what's obviously going on in your life? And then I look at it from another perspective of how does this represent the deeper underlying message of what's going on in your life, or message for you regarding what's deeper.
Right.
So on the surface, your daughter you have a real daughter, and she's a real person.
Right.
But she, as a metaphor, she represents the innocent aspect of you, the part of you, like your inner child, as it were. Okay. The scary characters in the dream, I'm always fascinated by them because I feel like they're never what they seem. And they usually, even though they appear to be an adversary, if we look at them more deeply, there's some message and some gift that they're here to deliver, although in a strange way. I'm going to jump into what I think this means, and then we'll wrap this around. Okay. I feel like there's a place where it may be a conflict within you regarding romantic love, symbolized by your mom and dad kind of being their own person, and then maternal love. And how can you do both? And it seems like there's a lot of women I know that have, it's a challenge once you have a baby. It's kind of like they get your attention, and then there's some women that don't. There's some women that stay more committed to their husband than to their child. And so there may be that conflict where you're literally dealing with that with yourself. Like, how do I balance this? How do I have a romantic relationship, and how do I take care of my baby? Yourself first. So what is that bringing up, sweetie? It's all good.
I'm dealing with a lot of stuff right now, and I don't want to drag my daughter through it. And so...
Like what?
Well, I'm going through a divorce, and it's just really hard because I don't want to hurt her.
Yeah.
And I definitely, in growing up, was dragged right in the middle of a lot of drama, so I wasn't necessarily stuck up for. And so I do go out of my way to try and stick up for Nessa. And
I get that. I get that. That's good, because this is where, I mean, you can't heal what you can't feel. So
right.
Obviously I'm sure you're sensitive and you feel things all the time, but this is, to me, I feel like the dream is like it's like it just goes right to the place where the issue is, like right where it needs to be focused on. And if you can uproot this, then everything can start to unravel here.
Right.
And the message of your dream, it's revealing, one, where the pain is, but it's also showing you that you make it through. Like, you, no matter what, hell or high water, how resourceful are you that you'd think to throw a stick in the middle of you being attacked? You're like, ha, it's like, wow, that's amazing. And then you make it out okay. To me, I feel like we're survivors. I mean, if you're a human being and you're alive today and you've made, I mean, there's something really right going on that you're doing, that you've made it. And I feel like that's not the end goal, is to just survive. The goal is to thrive. So if you could go back inside the dream and not just survive, you have the ability to change some things. You can either pick the dream up where it left off, or you can change sort of the way it ended. And in so doing, you start to recreate a new reality for yourself, so that you're not just surviving with your daughter.
Right.
So if you could, because you can, redirect this dream.
Do you know when you get really angry about something, you actually get something done?
Yes, exactly.
So it almost felt like the dream was more of a message, was that it was pushing me to get to that angry place to where I'm going to embrace that power, that energy to take action, to do what I need to do. And it wasn't about fighting over it as much as doing what I need to do. Does that make sense?
Oh, that makes some perfect sense.
Because I didn't fight the lion necessarily.
Right.
I did what I need to do to distract the lion.
There's so much power that we all have that we mostly wrestle with. It's like, no, I'm just this little being over here that's kind of a victim and kind of short end of the stick, and nothing really works out for me, and I'm over here, and that's my identity. And so
almost like I was afraid of being strong, that it was somehow going to hurt Nessa if I embraced that strong lioness that somehow it was going to wind up hurting Nessa in the long run, and I was struggling a little bit with that. That's kind of how it feels, at least.
And that's the process of integration. So it's really about trusting yourself to be able to handle that power. Right. And you can do it incrementally, but for the sake of this, I'd just like to ask you just to close your eyes for a moment and just imagine, as you take a couple of breaths, that we had like a time-lapse camera and we could fast forward over time where you were slowly, gently integrating your energy into this lion, this lioness. And just take your time, but when you feel like you're comfortable inside of that power, and you trust yourself, nod your head yes. Ah, very, very good. And just describe to me who you are here. If you want to, you can open your eyes or you can keep them closed. Just describe the difference between who you were a few minutes ago and who you are now with this energy in you.
I would say a lot less fearful, a lot less worried. Not so much a feeling of worry, but more of a knowing how something needs to be done, how to do it, and the strength to do it. Does that make sense? That good stance, solid ground, and this is strange, but happier.
It's not strange at all. That makes perfect sense. Yeah. Oh, why not? There should be room for that. Ah. What does that touch on for you?
Just nice to be happy. I feel that.
What a concept. You've got a lot to be happy for. How powerful are you?
Yeah, it feels good.
What's the worst part of what you're dealing with right now? If you can put your finger on it. Just go to the ugliest part.
I know we have a meeting here coming soon where we sit down and come to an agreement.
Oh, great.
And I'd like to bring strength to that, but not in some violent, nasty way, you know.
So prior to the meeting, then my suggestion would be that you spend time in this new lion groove, so that becomes habitual. So by the time you show up there at this meeting, it's somewhat ordinary for you to be in your strength. You don't have to try to muster it like, oh, what was that thing I was gonna do? It's like you can start practicing. You've got the buffer of a little bit of time. Then right before you walk into your meeting, really sit in your car, like bring that energy in, bring in the lion, and have her be with you, and you can do this. Wow. Well, I hope to hear all about your successful meeting and how that goes.
I know it'll go well.
And I appreciate you sharing your dream with me. And I hope that you get that if you have another dream like this, you can go into it and you can alter it if you want, or go deeper into it and know that this lion is a character that hopefully you'll keep with you forever.
Right.
That she's an ally.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you. I'm going to give you a hug.
Oh, thank you so much. After talking to Kelly, I feel empowered. I feel stronger. I know it sounds funny, but I feel just, even my posture just feels different. What Kelly showed me in the dream definitely empowered me. It showed me how to actually embrace that power so that I can use that in the difficult times that I have ahead of me at the moment.
We all dream, but few of us know their meaning. Come along and unlock the mysteries of your dreams and tap into the secret power to change your own life.
I certainly feel like dream analysis is an extremely important thing to pay attention to because it helps you to hear that voice inside that's trying to help you transform, help you change, help you to receive the gifts that are there for you.
You're going through separation issues with
with your mother, with where you come from?
Yeah, because my mom and my dad separated not too long ago, and pretty hard. After talking to Kelly, it just calmed me down, but it kind of like blended in a little bit with my life.
It's really hard. Like, he just appears.
What does he do in your dream?
I don't know, he just walks. Like, he doesn't walk towards me, but he walks, like, by me, and I don't know if he's watching over me or...
My dreams never really made sense to me. When Kelly told what my dream meant, it was a relief to know what my dream actually means.
When I started listening, I was trying to be really open-minded about it because I don't really understand the dream therapy thing. But every corner I took, she was able to make it clearer to me what it is that I'm going through. So all of a sudden now, after having a really tough time the last few years, I have a sense of energy and excitement going on inside of me. I'm giddy. There's more to the dream than just the dream. I think I will be taking that mindset with me to my dreams now and trying to learn from them as opposed to letting them frighten me.
Dreams are an essential part of the human experience. These are your dreams, your symbols, and your solutions. So come tell me your dreams and let me help you unlock the power of your own subconscious.